joined us in Starting Up. Now, e-commerce valuations, we all know, have been going through the roof. In fact, it's a space that's been in the news of late. Well, here's a startup then that's hoping to cash in on the opportunity by providing tools for e-commerce websites. Unbxd from Bangalore makes their pitch on Super Angels this week. Here they are then. It's over to Sudhir in the studios.
Hello and welcome to Super Angels, the show where we endeavor to find India's next super entrepreneur. And I have with me Super Angel Harshit Shah. Harshit, welcome back onto the show.
Thanks.
It's your last time on Super Angels, Harshit. We're going to miss you.
Yeah.
How you enjoyed the experience so far?
It's been very nice. I really enjoyed meeting up with the entrepreneurs and I'm looking forward to meeting the guests today.
Harshit, the startup we have on the show today is from the all-hot sector of e-commerce. It's actually not e-commerce today, but it's one which enables e-commerce in some way. What do you make of the e-commerce sector right now and ancillary plays to the sector?
No, unfortunately, right now in India, we are again chasing another trend, which is e-commerce or whatever you want to call it. The issue with that is that when many of these VCs are chasing after the trends, they kind of go ahead and they end up investing into companies at phenomenal valuations, only to come back and beat themselves blue later.
What about startups that are helping the e-commerce guys themselves scale up in some way?
Yeah, so there again, there are some companies which have been working on that for some time. It's kind of like infrastructure, right? I mean that you need to have some amount of credibility in the place before you actually go ahead and get the orders for the infrastructure suppliers.
Like they say in the gold rush, the guys who made the axes made all the money.
That's right.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Sure.
Finding your favorite title and author in a bookstore like this one can truly be a daunting task. Yep, imagine trying to find a book in this big pile. Life in an online e-commerce world is very different, and these sites like books, toys, electronics, handicrafts, or absolutely anything, giving your user a great search experience is key. And that's where we come in. We at Unbxd provide a search solution on the cloud which can plug into any e-commerce site and provide your users with a world-class search experience instantly. So e-commerce sites can say goodbye to putting in thousands of dollars and years of effort to get their search right. Our search solution is customized for e-commerce sites which are product and feature intensive. Hence we have features like Did You Mean, autocorrect, and figuring out the hidden meaning behind search, which gives the user an intuitive experience. A revenue model. Our pricing structure is on the basis of the number of products and the number of searches that take place on the platform. It's divided into slabs. So for around 20,000 searches, we charge $250 a month, which can go up to $10,000 per month. With this model, we project our revenues to cross 1 crore by the end of this year and 90 crores by the end of 5 years. We would like to make a pitch of 2.25 crore rupees for an equity stake of 10%. This money will be utilized in building a one-click install search solution on the cloud along with an advanced analytics. So if you're an e-commerce site taking part in valuation frenzy, concentrate on building a business. Leave the search to us.
Let's go ahead and invite Pawan from Unbxd into the studio.
Hi, Pawan.
Hi. Welcome to Super Angels. Pawan, very interesting product. Take us through some of the steps that led to Unbxd.
Prashant and I, both of us, we've always wanted to be entrepreneurs from the beginning, and we started off in November when we quit our jobs. E-commerce sites and many other sites which have items in them, multiple items in them, they generally don't have good user experience in terms of search. Google has transformed the way web search is done, but their inside search is where we thought things were lacking, and that's the problem we are out of.
So there are products that are out there.
Right.
But what is the pain point that you are trying to address, which these other products have not been able to address so far?
One critical pain point is it's not just a generic search algorithm which can fit into any business. A huge business requirement element comes into designing site searches for that business. So one bookstore from another bookstore itself is very different. For instance, you want to push certain products, you want to know what kind of visitors come to that site. The key thing is customization. That is one thing. Second thing is understanding what users do and how they search. For instance, we've introduced something called contextual search, where users can just say, I want black t-shirts less than 500 rupees, and it actually just gives us, t-shirts which are black and their prices are less than 500 rupees, and it just doesn't do a match with those words in those products.
So why don't you take us through your product? Give us a demo.
This is a demo e-commerce site which has books in it. If you see, this auto completion is also part of the search. The things which are also part of the search are the dynamic navigation, things like the related items which come when you're browsing through one book, one fiction book, other fictional books can be pushed. People who bought this also bought that. Those kind of items as well. Let's say I make a spelling mistake. I'll go through one. it corrects us saying
Right.
this is a spelling mistake.
But I still feel that the search engine that you have created over here is not something which is really super differentiated from the rest of the guys out there. At this point in time, many of these top websites that are already there, they have core search capabilities built in because that's the core of their business or core of their model. What exactly are you doing which is different than that?
Out of the many e-commerce sites and many other sites, very few are core software companies which have actually gone ahead and done it. In fact, it's very labor and innovation intensive to get this right.
Barrier to entry is both time and attention, you say.
Time and attention is one.
And money.
And it's I would say most sites would have to spin off another huge company or a big chunk of their business would put this.
My fear is that there is a possibility of there being a commoditization of the space, where in essence search as a product itself becomes quite commoditized. So there is something that you need to think about, or I want to hear from you as to how you believe that you will not end up becoming just one more fry in the pan.
Two critical things. One is, the search actually is pre-intrusive right now, where it gets into the platform wherein the website itself is done. And there are too many platforms out there, huge fragmentation. Everybody is ending up, reinventing the wheel, and to get the search right itself. That is one thing. Second thing is, we do something called the contextual search part, is natural language processing, where users not only specify keywords to search, they actually specify sentences which are understandable from from the English language point of view.
Going forward, what kind of strategy do you have?
What we are betting big on is the natural language processing and analytics of search. So what kind of people are searching for what kind of things on your site, and put that as a feedback to search itself. So similar kind of people come in and they get more relevant search results just for that customer base, for that business.
So you sell the analytics then?
We sell analytics as well. So the analytics are what kind of keywords come in, what are the unique keywords, which kind of people, what demographics, all this.
At this point in time, how much are you looking to raise?
$500,000. That's 2.25 crores.
Right.
And the primary thing is to scale up and kind of reach more customers.
So your use of funds is basically towards marketing.
Not just marketing, towards building this product. Right now the way it works is it works one customer to one search. So our search, even though it's on the cloud, it works only for that customer. So we want to make it multi-tenant, that our application sits and people come to the site and sign up by themselves. And self-serve. That is one. And we also want to channelize these things. We see that e-commerce and many others, even blogs you see or any data-intensive website, there are clusters around on the internet. They are hosted by people. So these people who host them itself give services to host them. We can plug this to platforms like, let's say, sites which just host e-commerce sites.
Sure.
And so all e-commerce sites can, the platform itself resells. So that's the way we want to go.
What sort of deals are you signing right now with e-commerce companies?
We have 8 paying customers right now, and we have around 18 to even 20 in the pipeline over the last month or so.
So take us through your revenue model.
We charge websites depending upon the number of products they have and the number of search queries which get generated on their website. Up to 20,000 search queries, we bill $250 a month. Up to 100,000, it's $500, and up till 500,000 queries, we bill $1,000 a month.
Basically, if you do a back of the envelope calculation, you are looking at this point in time as having anywhere between 9 to 10,000 companies as being your customers by the year of 2016.
How do you see you acquiring these customers over the next 3-4 years?
Sure. So not just 10,000, up to 700,000. They use CMSs and platforms which manage data for themselves. Right. Yeah, alliances and partnership is one. Since these are open source and out there, and that they have interfaces already out there, their APIs are out there, we actually just need to just configure with them, and we just say it works with this platform. Anybody using that platform, can plug into and use our search without actually us requiring to go to the maker of that platform and having a business deal with them.
Perfect.
So it just works.
Actually, what do you make of the go-to-market strategy?
I think the word that I was probably waiting to or wanting to listen to or hear is conferences and exhibitions, and particularly the technical ones. So I think that's something that you cannot underestimate, because at the end of the day, when it comes to implementation of technology in most of the companies over here in India, while yes, business decisions are important, but at the level of technical decisions, it's the technology guys who actually go ahead and call the shots. So I think that's something something that you need to include as a part of your strategy big time.
Harshal, 2.25 crores for 10%. What's your take on that?
No, that 10% is obviously doesn't make sense. But I like the fact that the amount of money that they are asking at this point in time is a reasonable amount. I like the fact that they have taken a product challenge. B, the fact that it's something in a space which is, yes, certainly meriting attention at this point in time. I want them to think about the fact that, this needs to be a tool and an infrastructure kind of a concept where they are going to be around for the next 10, 20, 30 years, if not more.
And doing a whole bunch of other things.
Something along the lines of an Akamai or something like that.
So Harshal, the grand finale is 2 months away now. What would you like to see from the Unbxd team if you want to pick them for the grand finale?
I would assume that you've already been talking to other people in terms of getting on board people in marketing and so on. I want to see in the next 2 months how well you are able to go ahead and get that traction. Second is, I want to hear a little bit more about your product roadmap. 2 months this, 6 months this, 1 year this, 2 years this, 5 years this. Last but not the least, I want to hear in terms of your defensibility of your marketing strategy. We've already talked about the 3 channels. I want you to crystallize that and let me know as to what exactly you have in mind and how is it that you'd like to go ahead and address it.
Well, Harshal likes Pawan. He also likes Unbxd. He does, however, want Pawan to get some more business people on board. He wants him to work more on his product roadmap and some more product IP. You can vote for Unbxd by simply sending us an SMS, writing to us on startingup@econow.tv or by logging on to our Facebook wall. Will Pawan be India's next super entrepreneur? Well, continue watching us on Super Angels and find out.
Great, and as always, Unbxd will be mentored by our mentoring partner, Sky. Good time to also remind you, if you'd like to participate and apply to Super Angels, well, go on and write to us. We do have a few slots left. We look forward to hearing from you. With that, we'll take a break here on the show, but coming up, we tell you how to find that perfect office space for your startup.